G'day and welcome back to Two Fat Brothers. I'm Scott.
And I'm John.
John, today is the day. This episode is the episode I've been waiting for.
Scott, I have to say that I am surprised. This is episode 4. I thought we were going to be doing your favourite food, which is
pizza,
in episode 1. But
and possibly in episode 2 as well.
And perhaps even 3. You've shown admirable restraint. So
thank you, John.
All yours today. We're talking about pizza. One of the stalwarts. Every country has a great bread-based dish in their food and their cuisine, and Italy's is pizza.
Pizza, absolutely, John. I have enjoyed eating pizza all my life.
Well, indeed, from your childhood, part of which obviously I spent with you, you've loved it and you've made it, and I guess it would have culminated your love of it when you went to Italy.
Absolutely, John. I was able to make pizza and cook it on a wood-fired pizza oven in a villa in Tuscany. I don't think it gets better than that.
You read about that in books.
You read about that in books. That
Travel
is
magazines.
People dream about doing that. Well, I've done it, folks.
Well, and I think the thing about pizza, Scott, is that it's all very well to ring up 1300, whatever the name is, and order something at 10 o'clock at night because, you know, you've had a few beers and you feel like filling your stomach. But there's another thing of...
And then emptying it.
And then emptying it. And then creating something from scratch. And
Indeed.
that's what we're going to be doing.
No, you did right, John. I mean, if you're out there and you're ordering pizza from Domino's, it's fair to say you like pizza. But if you're out there and you're cooking pizza from scratch, I know you love it. And you're going to love what we do today. And also, John, pizza is a fantastic opportunity to have a beer. And what better beer to have with pizza than Lounge Lager? Because nothing puts out a fire like a lounge beer. And thanks to our good friends at Lounge Lager, we're able to bring you today's episode of Two Fat Brothers and Pizza. John, I have a question for you.
Yes, Scott?
What ingredient is critical to get the right kind of when making pizza?
Well, I'm thinking that seeing as there's a box of flour on the bench and nothing else, flour might be the answer to your question.
Incredible, John. I don't know how you do it, but you're
Either do
100% correct.
Thank you.
Pizza needs a hard flour. That is a flour that has high protein or high gluten content. Lighthouse make this product specifically for bread and pizza. It's just plain flour, but it's strong, high protein. It's available in major supermarkets, and I'm very, very happy with this product and had tremendous results with it.
I thought, I have to say, that you'd be bringing up some of that Italian 00 flour that you see.
That flour is marketed actually as a soft flour.
Right.
You actually need a hard flour, and this is the flour that you need.
Okay, so flour?
Flour, obviously, John. So we've got 500 grams of this that goes into my recipe. We have a tablespoon of instant yeast.
Mm-hmm.
We also have a tablespoon of olive oil. We have a tablespoon of salt. We have a teaspoon of sugar.
That'll help the medicine go down.
That will help the medicine go down almost as much as a loungie. Nothing puts out a fire like a loungie.
Anyway, go.
The other thing that's important to get into this recipe, John, is the water at the correct temperature. We need lukewarm water, and the way I achieve that is by using 200 ml of cold water and 100 ml of boiling water. So, John, what do you say? Let's get cracking.
Can hardly wait, Scott.
Bring it on. John, what we need to do now is we're just going to give this a quick knead. If you'd like to just flour our workbench there, that's probably enough, John. We don't want to put that. Just means more for the cleaner to clean up later. The cleaners, but being, of course, John.
Yes, the cleaner.
So I'm just going to give that a quick knead. Now, I did see on an online video a lady whose name escapes me, and she had a very, very good method of kneading, and that was, John, that she kneaded that way, and she found that it was easy to get into a rhythm doing that, and I found that it is actually quite almost relaxing, John, to get into a...
You look extremely relaxed, Scott.
John, I'm so relaxed. I'm just thinking of my pizza and
Lounge lager.
and my lounge lager, and how the two go together so wonderfully. And we'll just knead this for a little while, John, and then we're going to put it back in its bowl, and we're going to let it prove for 1 hour. Now, you might have noticed, John, that when I was preparing the mixture, that I had to add a little bit more water.
I did, yes, I noticed that.
Now, John, the reason for that is that depending on the climate conditions, sometimes that recipe needs a little tweak. And I mean that if there's moisture in the air, if it's a very humid day, then you don't need as much water. Today's actually, even though it's raining, it's not high humidity, so I just had to add a little bit of extra water to that mixture. Then, of course, I went a little bit too far, added too much water, and so I just had to add just a tiny little bit of flour.
I guess that's the thing about that. You know, don't despair. You can either add one or the other to bring the proportions back.
Exactly, and you know it's done, John, when it all comes away from the bottom of the bowl.
Yeah.
I almost dropped that then on the floor.
Beautifully elastic.
Beautifully elastic. So when it comes away from the bowl, you know that it's done. When it's sticking to the bottom of the bowl as it's going around in the mixer, you can of course do it all by hand. You can knead it all. You don't have to use a mixer. I'm lazy, fundamentally lazy. Did you agree with that?
Well, I would have thought it rude to disagree with you, Scott.
I put it out there, John. It's my own fault.
You did.
Okay, John. Here we are, back again. There's our pizza dough. It's risen considerably.
Has.
And ready to go.
It looks lovely, Scott, and it's got that lovely yeasty smell too.
It does.
Homemade pizza dough. Do you know what? I have a confession to make. I've never made pizza dough.
Really, you surprised me.
No, seriously, I've never done it. I guess because I just thought, I don't know if I'll be able to do this terribly well. But seeing what you've done, I mean, you know, simplicity itself.
A fool could do it.
Shall we continue?
I wish I hadn't have said that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate those into 4 bases.
Lovely.
This recipe that I've provided is enough for 4 pizza bases of a large size. Now, there are pitfalls at this point, I warn you. One of them is, there are purists out there who will say, don't roll a pizza base. I roll mine because, as you know, I use an electric pizza oven, and if I don't roll it, the air bubbles are trapped inside. The base rises and it burns the pizza on the top element. So out of habit, I do roll my pizza base. I'm used to it. Purists though, don't roll it. The less work on it, the better.
They do something with their hands. They sort of form with their hands.
They do, exactly. They toss it from hand to hand, or they also toss it in the air. Of course, that's a lot for show. But it also uses centrifugal force to push the dough towards the outside.
Just back to quantities, as you said, that's enough for 4 people.
Yes.
4 large pizzas. Is it just a mathematical extension then? If you wanted to make more dough for, say, 8, is it doubling?
It is exactly double, in fact.
You know, and yeast as well, because...
Double everything.
Okay.
Double everything. I also weigh my dough at this point, so I know exactly how heavy it is, and then I divide it by the number of bases that I want. So I'm after 4 bases, so they're going to be approximately 207 grams a base, because I know that off by heart.
Approximately 207.
Approximately, exactly.
So
207.25.
Do you want the scales?
No, not necessary, John.
We're going to eyeball it.
We're going to eyeball it, John. This is exciting. Now, the other pitfall I've got to warn you about is...
See, this is why I don't do it. Full of pitfalls.
There are pitfalls. One of the pitfalls is that the The base can at this stage stick to things, like the peel, because you do need a pizza peel, a floured pizza peel of course. I tend to, out of habit now, because I have had a few disasters, I know, amazing, sounds amazing, I've had a few disasters where the base has stuck to the peel and the toppings have ended up on the stone instead of the base. Disaster. So what I do now is I pre-cook my base for only a few seconds, but just enough for it to take shape, and so that it doesn't have the elasticity and the mistakes can't happen.
Fair enough.
It becomes then foolproof. Okay, John, we've got our 4 pizza bases here that we've made from today's recipe. As you see, I've got my electric pizza oven that I'm just going to use to pre-cook that base.
Yep.
If you're using a pizza stone at home, it's just a matter of having the stone in the oven, temp it up, and then pull the stone out, put it on the top of the oven, whack your pizza base, your rolled out pizza base on top of the stone until you see that it's set. It really is only a matter of seconds. Then just take it off, put the stone back in the oven, and then top your pizza and away you go.
Easy.
It is very, very easy. Okay, John, as you can see, we've got our pizza bases now that have taken shape, and there's no risk now that the base will stick to the peel.
No, and it only took a second or two just to get to that stage, didn't it, as you said?
A little bit longer because my oven wasn't heated up.
Okay.
And of course this way we avoid what I call a disaster.
Now, can I just ask you a question about these pizza ovens?
Sure.
I've seen them around. If people don't have wood-fired ovens, or if they don't have a stone in their other oven or their barbecue or whatever, are they a good thing to have?
Absolutely, John. I swear by these.
I know you've had a few.
I've had a few. Some of them haven't lasted as long as others, I'm sorry to say. This one's lasted me well. It's the Pizza Maker by the Pizza People, and it's a fantastic unit. I think it cost me around about $100, $140.
Okay.
It's been a fantastic investment.
A few pizzas eaten from that.
A few pizzas eaten from this, as you've eaten, John. Now, today, it's all about the base. It really is all about the base. Leave the toppings up to you. Whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever you like. A lot of people like marinaras. They like seafood on pizza. I don't. I don't like seafood on pizza.
No,
I'll be up front and say that. Sometimes simplicity is the way to go with pizza, and so today we're going to do just a simple margarita, which is the passata. Now this is store-bought passata. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. You can buy it from major stores. They have home brands available. Very, very cheap. Usually made in Italy.
Made in Italy, yeah. That one is.
This one is. You can use tinned tomatoes. You can add garlic, onion, fry onion and garlic. Add the tomatoes, reduce it down, strain it through a sieve. Go through all that effort if you want. I know people that do. People that add chilies as well. It's really up to you. Our margarita is just going to have the passata, some lovely fresh basil, garden fresh basil from the from John's garden. Smells absolutely beautiful, and of course some mozzarella, the colours of the Italian flag. Here we are outside, ready to cook our pizza. We've got the Weber barbecue with the pizza stone on. It's temped up. It's ready to go. Probably could be a little bit hotter, but I'm sure this will be fine. We're just going to put our pizza onto the pizza stone using our stainless steel peel. There you go. Oh, very important ingredient, John, I nearly forgot. There. I bought some hickory to give it that lovely wood-fired flavour that of course makes wood-fired pizzas so popular. I'm just going to pop a few hickory chips down on the coals there. You can see that barbecue's probably past its prime.
Oh, well, I like it.
I mean the actual, oh, I'll just get that wood off the pizza. Unless you like hickory on your pizza, John. Oh, that's actually rather smoky, John. It's
Well, that's what we're after, isn't it?
John, that's what we're after. Here we go. Close that up. Move that across. And close that. And then in a few minutes, we'll have a lovely wood-fired pizza. Okay, John, here we are, and our pizza is ready. Now, John, it is a cold day. It's raining, and we were in a bit of a hurry to get this on, so the Weber probably could have been a little bit hotter, but still, I'm very happy with the result. And if you look under there, John, you should just see a little bit of colour on that base.
Looks beautiful, Scott.
And that's what I'm after. And what you're going to find, John, is this has lovely wood-fired characteristics from the hickory that we put on the coals. So let's go and enjoy this. And John, dare I say, I think it's time that we opened a lounge. Okay, John, here's our pizza, cooked on the Weber barbecue on a pizza stone. The benefit of the pizza stone is it actually draws the moisture out of the base, so it gives you a nice, crisp, firm base.
Smells beautiful, Scott.
Well,
Absolutely
let's
beautiful.
not waste another moment, John. This is the part of our program that I really enjoy, where we get to enjoy the fruits of our labour.
Absolutely, well.
Let's slice it up and enjoy it with a loungie.
Hurry.
Pronto.
Pronto, pronto,
Sì,
pronto,
molto pronto.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Nice crisp base, John, which is
You can hear the colour going through it.
which is what I wanted, John. I love that crisp, firm base. There we go. Enjoy. Buon appetito.
Grazie. The smoky flavour.
It is absolutely beautiful. I actually like the way that you're able to say grazie with a mouthful of pizza.
A lot of practice.
A lot of practice.
That is beautiful, Scott. Seriously, seriously lovely.
I'm glad you enjoy it. A little bit of crunch just at the crust, which is where you want it, but nice and supple all the way through. Beautiful.
Oh, and dare I say it, knows beautifully to the lounge.
Nothing puts out a fire like a loungie.
That's very true.
Can it get any better, John?
Well, next week, Scott.
It will next week, here on Two Fat Brothers. And I found this to be the most successful flour.
Do you know, I was really thinking you'd be...
Most successful flour, that sounds stupid, doesn't it?
Oh,
I'm just a
you have. I'm afraid you have. You have.